Good afternoon. Welcome to Options Tender. I am not at home, so I don't have a few screens to work with here. We're going to do a daily update, starting off with SPY. Check out the QQQ. Just on the daily and no, I should go up to a higher time frame. We'll go down to the lower time frames and then check out Elliott Wave. Make sure we see what's happening. The argument is going to be that the bulls have got their reversal and that they are headed to new highs here. Can that be? Yes, absolutely possible. We're still in the realm where the bulls and the bears are still in play. Okay, none of them are negated. The bulls want to get over this high for the monthly. Plenty of time clearly in the month to do this, or the further months ahead, but they want to definitely get above this spinning top here. This is going to act as a indecision candle for us. So below it for the bears, above it for the bulls. Now, clearly we're at that 8 EMA, the indicator, the trending indicator that I continually talk about. We're slightly above it. Let's see if we hold above it. Need a close above it. Below is the 20. We got our reversal. We got our bounce that we were looking for at the bottom of this range. This is the breakout point. We had an ascending triangle, broke out, back tested, and so far so good. So if you're a bull, you know, things are looking good. There's a lot of resistance to get through. If you're a bear, you're looking for that turnaround. Simple as that on the monthly time frame. Let's go down to the weekly. On the weekly time frame, we had that rising pivot, got back above it, huge weekly move so far. Now we're into resistance. I know that you're saying, hey, we're above it. That's what we said when this candle happened too. Okay, we're at resistance. We're at a resistance zone. We're at that 8 EMA for the trending indicator. This week is going to, it looks really strong at this point. It's going to have a bad day tomorrow to make this look anything like there might be some sort of reversal. Doesn't mean it's not possible, but right now that's a really strong bullish engulfing candle at this point. Looking good for the bulls. Got to hold off with this 8 EMA. This 8 EMA is going to be tough to get over on a weekly basis. Gotta close over it tomorrow, being Friday. We'll see what happens. We have Apple after the bell tonight, and we have employment numbers before the bell in the morning. So make sure that you have some put protection on if you are definitely a bull, because we could see at least at minimum a pullback. And I think that's where we're going to gear towards when we get down to lower time frame. So make sure you stick around. Later on, we're going to get to those sequences where I think that we're going to end up. I do think we're going to get a pullback. It's the pullback that kind of determines where we are going next. And by the way here, if you're new, go down to that bottom right-hand corner. You see that Options Center logo? Hit it, subscribe. And the most important thing you could do for this video to get the algorithms moving for me is to like the video. I really appreciate it. And any other help that you want to do, it's in the description below. Okay, so moving down to the daily time frame. We're going to spend a little bit more time on the daily. All right, with that daily time frame, you see these consolidations. I talk about them often. This dead zone, we just zip back and forth through. We zip down below, rip back up, right back into that consolidation zone. So notice back here, this is all consolidation zone. We're right back at resistance here. So not as clean as it looks for the bull point of view. We're right back at the resistance. To me, this is just a hefty level that we're circulating around, got away from, back testing, and we're heading lower. That's what I see. I could be wrong. We get above this downtrend line, and to me, on the lower time frames, now we're starting to get into the bullish action. I have full positions on to the downside. I'm looking for lower prices. At minimum, I expect some sort of consolidation before heading higher. So even if you're a bull, I would be very, very careful at this point. The most important thing I want to show you is my reversal indicator. We're trying to get that bullish crossover. We have it. We have a little bit of move on histogram. We'll see if that holds. We're already overbought on the RSI just from our move. 1, 2, 3. Counting the reversal day, well, we just had a gap up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 extreme days up. That's pretty. What's the word? Usual for a rip your face off rally in a bear market. We're already oversold. The reverse, I talked about it when we were down here just a couple days ago, we were just down here getting our reversal, and I said this should rapidly move to the upside in a bear market rally to where we see indicators reset and now ready for that reverse to happen again. So we're oversold territory. That's when I started yesterday. We started getting to those territories yesterday. We had a gap up. We started applying some of our puts, our shorts in much later dates, and left some short date options open, which worked out really, really well. So now we're back into resistance. We are not in, we don't have any put protection. I think this move is at least over for now. We get above this downtrend line immediately, and I have to rework, get out of my positions. That was the most important thing. Maybe we can go through real quick. Again, we're starting to move the other way. This is considered a consolidation, a rapid consolidation, retracement. So that's why the ADX is starting to curve down. And as we reverse, if we reverse and continue to the downside, this ADX should continue to the upside, continuing our trend. Okay, so we're at the Bollinger Bands here. We're right in the middle. We talked about it. We want to retest the middle. I wasn't sure if we're going to get a reversal right off of it, but we gapped above. And now a best case scenario for the bulls would be to hold above. But if you notice in a lot of these situations, even going back to the downtrend, you never quite just reject right off of it. You get above it, can't hold it. Get above it, can't hold it. Get above it, can't hold it. Okay, so same thing here. It's always possible you can reverse off of it. Where we're getting above it, now can we hold it? That's the big question. McCullough oscillator already in overbought territory, pretty deep overbought, extreme. So again, we're looking for an exhaustion, at least a pullback. Anything else? We have our buy signals, clearly buy signals. It looks really bullish. We want to pull back, see if we go lower, make lower lows, or if we even make divergence. I can't say for a fact that this looks, I can't say this looks bearish. You know, this is clearly heading north here. So we have to trust these for now. We did trust them. We're in them, and now we're going to see if we can get a lower high here and continue lower. This, we want a sell signal off of this one. Okay. All right, on the Qs, look at that downtrend line. Broke above it, back tested. Now, looks like a bull flag. It's still possible. Still possible. And we have the 50 above us. We're holding up in this area. This looks pretty bullish if we hold above here. If we have a bad earnings from Apple and or the employment and get a gap down, it's going to be an island gap. Okay, abandoned baby. Gap down would be a pretty furious reversal signal. So it's kind of what we're looking for. I don't suspect that we get any other reversal signal off of this. I don't think we're going to reverse, by the end of today. I think we'll get some sort of candle that we're looking at now. And then we're looking for a gap down. I just don't think this will hold. If we continue to the upside, that's pretty darn bullish. We've had on the Qs leading us to the upside. We've had the Harami, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight up, accelerated. I think we're at an exhaustion gap. Okay. Maybe we get up to the 50 tomorrow, gap up and crap. We'll see. I'm looking for a reversal. Looking for at least a pullback. We get above this flag, clearly that's bullish, and we go much, much higher. I laid out that scenario last week, so you can check that out. It gives a clear count, and it fits perfect. So I can't tell you that that's not going to happen. It fits a perfect scenario to be bullish here. I get it. But I still think on the higher time frames, we're proving to have turned and to rolled over, that we are bearish. We're going to break underneath this trend line. We're still looking for this 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'll go over the Elliott wave in just a minute here. So let's go back to SPY and let's go on the 65 so we can go ahead and get to that information. 65-minute chart. Trend is our friend. Don't forget that. So we're trending to the upside. We played that out perfectly. Gapped up today. Took off our huge wins on the calls. While our much later date shorts are still in. We're at resistance right now. Right above us is the downtrend line. We get above this downtrend line and we're gonna, put on our bull caps. Start rearranging our scenarios. Well, we've come up here in a straight line. It's just not usual for at least some sort of pullback. Maybe close the gap and go higher. That's fine. I get it. But this is unsustainable. Okay? I'll show you the Elliott wave. Let's see if we're in reversal conditions. We're just oscillating up here. We have a lower high here. We have a sell signal. That's a divergence. So we're looking for a sell, whether we're getting a lower high or lower or move continue lower. Way overbought here. It's not a condition, but way over, the momentum is gonna start waning at some point. The strength, we have a sell signal that's a bearish divergence. Up here, we don't quite have that divergence here. Just oscillating this overbought territory. Really strong. As soon as we get back underneath this 20 line, that would be our true confirmation. Let's look at the Bollinger Bands here. Same thing. Hit that peak trend. We had our consolidation. We're actually diverging right now. And we'll be looking for some sort of pullback and then continuation to the upside as a trend. Let's get very deep in the MACD, up to the highs. Bollinger Band on the 65-minute. We're right at that center band. Right at it. And the downtrend line here. I think we reverse. And then we'll see what happens after we reverse. I have this downtrend. I know it's very thin. I just highlighted it just now. If this holds around this point of control, this uptrend line, that's part of the bullish scenario. That's an uptrend line part of our expanded. Again, you have to check out the video from later. I'm not going to go through it. That's the uptrend line we got to hold. So that's at minimum. Wow. We're at a friend's house right now, and it must be an alarm going off here. That's funny. I have no idea where that's coming from. Oh, found it. All right. All right. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. That was an alarm set there. Okay. So, continuation. This uptrend line is very, very important for the bulls to hold, because that would give us a higher low, and that would also continue this trend to the upside, where we would consider this an ending diagonal on the SPY. Look at that earlier video. I'll pin it at the end. I'll pin it up here at up at the top as well. Okay, so let's move over. See if the Keltner channels can show us anything. We're just way out of this league. We're way above the Keltner channels. We at least have to pull back. We're just so extreme. Let's go to the Qs. All right. Looking at the Qs, still in a downtrend. We're past my area. We were past on the SPY as well. We're past the area in the red box where it's typical for a reversal. Now, this is a larger, pullback wave. So it's very typical for this thing to just, rip your face off. We got most of it. We have plenty of time on our options for the shorts. We're looking for a reversal. All right. We have all these gaps that are open. We have an island gap here. We're looking to fill that. We're extremely overbought on every single metric. It can keep going, but we don't see that very often. You see it oscillate up there for a little bit, but you don't see that very often. So we're looking for a cross back over and continuation. Extremely overbought. Extreme. This is reading a 93. I believe 93 was the high there. My gosh. Doesn't get much more overbought than that. Okay. So just a couple of signs. They're just conditions. Can it keep going? Sure. Reversal conditions. Same thing. Just beaten on top of the roof here. All the way to -1. I mean, 0 is the highest. The highest is 0.088. This thing is going to reverse soon. Tomorrow. Okay? I'm looking for the reverse tomorrow. Whether it's a gap down and we gain a higher low on some sort of support, the options expected move, I would think that we make it to the options expected move as of tomorrow. We can continue lower, but this is a safe place for the market to at least revisit. Okay? Looking for a reversal tomorrow. Anything's possible. You could have some sort of gap up. We do have some resistance up here. We have our downtrend line. We'll be looking forward to see what's happening tomorrow, because this is a heck of a move. Off the charts. We're in overbought conditions. Same thing with trend. Came to the trend peak. Should start reversing. No signs of it yet. We have 2 catalysts tomorrow. Same thing with the, we're past the mid. Just like always, you get past the midpoint, the Bollinger Bands. We're not looking to reach the top end. We're retesting the mid area, just like this. And we're looking for back to the bottom. At minimum. At minimum, looking for a retracement. And if we hold, we continue much higher. Keltner channel. Way out of it. Way out of it. Just extreme. Just not typical. At least to retest, you know, these dots, but we're way above it. Extreme. Looking for a reversal. Okay, we'll go through SPY on the, check out the Elliott wave on SPY and QQQ. So you see this former 50% retracement, 62% retracement. We got a bounce off the 50%. We're looking for that bounce too. We're getting to that old 62% retracement. We're back at it. Here's our Elliott wave count. This is a big resistance zone. Also the former 38.2 retracement from the high here, from the highs back here. Okay, so we're looking at being the 1, 2 in white, which is a bearish count. 1, 2 in yellow, and a 1, 2 extreme pullback here for the 2. Could it go to the 786? Let me pull that up. Absolutely. 786 is a little higher here. It's probably a little closer to our downtrend line. So yeah, we could gap up right into the 786, the downtrend line. Sure, that would be an extreme point. We're going to add more on our puts right at that point because at minimum, we're looking for a pullback. So we think wave 2 is going to be in here. Have a little bit of room. And this was our A. This was our B. We had an A, B in here, and we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all expanding. Finishing off wave 5. Now, if you're a bull, you're probably looking for that last move up as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be the end of wave 3. Maybe some sort of pullback tomorrow and one more high for a wave 1 and then a pullback for wave 2. In this count, A, B, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move for A, B, C. We're looking for this to end at latest tomorrow. We're looking for this move, unless we get some sort of consolidation for whatever reason, and we just go up a little higher. We're looking for this to end literally overnight tonight into tomorrow. For tomorrow to be bearish and Monday to follow through. That's what we're looking for. I know I'm speculating. You're going to have to watch price action if it continues higher. Going to the Qs, triple Qs. Let's go to the Elliott wave count. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2. So the white, the yellow, and now the blue. 1. We had our ABC for A, B, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This should be ending really soon. We're at our 62% retracement. Could we get to 786? Sure, we have room. I don't think it's likely, but absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to end it there with all the little distractions. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining us at Options Center. You guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like the video.